Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to streaming live from my living room Saturday night. Hello to folks on YouTube and hello to folks on Facebook. And if you're over on Facebook, get the fuck off of there and come on over to YouTube. I'll be pissing and moaning about that later on. It's episode 24, September 5th. 2020. I can't believe I took me 24 episodes to start to realize that I should be announcing the dates on these things, but there you go. Um, Sparky had a ridiculously long drink just before we went live, so you missed that. Are you ready for another? All right. This one probably is just for the audience. Nicely done. And Sparky, if you just want to drink water all night, that would easily fill up my hour. That's the thing too. I mean, Sparky can just sit on that microphone and do nothing, and everybody goes, "Oh, look how cute she is." I have a little professional jealousy. I just wish that I could just fucking stand on this microphone for an hour, and everybody would go, "Oh, look how cute he is." See, that's the thing with pets too. They don't fucking have to do anything. They just sit there and do nothing, and they can be tired and lazy and stupid. And we're just like, yeah, look how cute they are. So, but anyway, Sparky's in the house. So the rant that I've been ranting about for the last couple of weeks is I'm desperately trying to get folks to my YouTube channel. Originally, it was greed, so I could monetize the channel, but I've been watching some live streaming shows on YouTube, and you can do a lot more shit in the chat if you only got one stream to manage. It's kind of amazing. Right now, my wife, amazing wife, is upstairs, and she's got to balance both these fucking chats here. If I can get everybody on one fucking stream, and that's YouTube is a better choice because of the fun we can have in the chat. That would free me up. Well, first of all, I watched both streams last week, and YouTube was fine, and on Facebook I was a little out of sync. I was a little out of sync, and that was driving me fucking nuts. There's somebody, a bubble just popped up on Facebook. Get the fuck off of there. Get your ass over to YouTube. I don't think it's too big of an ask to ask people to use a particular app. Is that what it's come to? Fuck that. I can't just pick my phone up and go like this. So a lot of benefits would be if I could just stream. See, here's the thing. I'm streaming from my iPhone to YouTube. I'm streaming from my iPad to Facebook. For now, the Facebook stream is going to be fucking gone because in a perfect world, I will be actually holding my iPad and I will see the chat and I will be able to take part in the chat. I'll be able to read shit in the chat and say shit, which I won't be able to do on Facebook. I can only do that for one stream. Also, I can do giveaways in this chat as soon as I get monetized and all that shit with little surveys. But more importantly, you, the fans, have been screaming for my wife to become more of a part of this show. If she only has to watch one chat, she can come down from upstairs and sit in this room right there, probably off camera, and then probably you lose Sparky because Sparky's going to want to hang out with her. But she'll be able to read the chat and interact with you and slip me little notes about who's in the chat and all this happy horse shit. It would be actually quite a lot of fun. So one of these days, Facebook people, if it's Saturday night and I'm not there, don't go fucking nuts. Go over and see if I'm on YouTube because we can do more shit on one stream. That's what's going on there. Uh, Oh, the other thing I could possibly do on YouTube, but I haven't figured it out yet. If I'm only doing one stream, I might be able to zoom in like a fan for the right donation. That ain't fucking free. For a part of the show or for a birthday greeting or whatever. Again, can't do it with two streams. So that's the thing going on. And again, a reminder that I'm streaming with my phone and my fucking iPad. And this is the problem with social media is that when I Googled a setup of a really professional streaming podcast home studio, it's probably like $30,000 investment. And then I put it on my fan page and then I said, this is what I would like to have. It's like $30,000, but I have an iPhone and an iPad. And I'm not making a dick out of you, but this is how we are with social media. We don't read all the details, and people were seeing this $30,000 system and going, congratulations, that's a fantastic setup. I'm not going to send you any more money. See, people get things all fucked up, and I'm getting ahead of myself now, too, because I wrote comedy about that. Social media has become a blender for information, and I didn't want to rant about that right now, but either later tonight or next week, I'm gonna go fucking over the cuckoo's nest. Um, so the long and short of it, and it's really long now, is please come over to YouTube. Don't get pissed off at me when I'm gone from Facebook. If I had enough devices, I'd just keep the Facebook stream going, but still, you would miss out. If you're not with YouTube, you would miss out on giveaways and surveys and all kinds of fun shit. So you won't be able to win shit over there. I don't really have anything for you to win right now, but fuck me in a bucket of goo. So moving along here, as I said, I do use cheater notes. It's Labor Day weekend, if you didn't know, and traditionally, this marks the end of my slow season and the beginning of my big money race. Fall fucking rock star shit. Not this year, man. And that's why you peckerheads, and I love you, I feel your pain, but secretly I had to hate summer because I fucking had to do picnic shows and garage shows and all kinds of shitty money shows and pig roasts, which I love doing, but it's shitty money. And then right after Labor Day, the rates go up. So there's actually no busy season right now. And the fucking summer's over and the fall busy season doesn't exist. Then you fuckers, we live in like alternate universes, and I think it's kind of coming back to haunt me a little bit because secretly I was happy when summer ended all those years because I wasn't making any money. Now, coming back to kick me in the balls because I fall busy season, I'm not going to be making any money. So that's kind of a fucking weird thing for us to process. Again, I'm stalling here, but I realize that my notes are a little bit too far away from where I can see them right now. And I'm not trying to be negative, trying to stay positive. That's why I got my live stream going. Podcast is going to be going sometime, eventually moving this live stream to just Friday nights on YouTube only. And at the risk of people thinking that I'm giving up and quitting, oh no, nothing could be farther from the truth. But I'm really tired of people saying, hang in there, this will all get better soon. As soon as May was over, we've lost the ability to tell people this would be over fucking soon. It's just soon ended. Soon ended in fucking May as far as I'm concerned. Now we're talking about fucking half a year here now, 6 months. And so we can't really say, hang in there, things will be over soon. It's just like kind of like when football ends and your team sucks, you go, fuck them, we'll get them next year. That's basically where we're at with all this shit. So this soon shit doesn't really fly anymore. And that's why I've been working my balls off. I've never worked so hard in my life for like really hardly any money at all. Podcast, that's a whole fucking new ball game. So let's see how nuts that I am. And there's people that just joined in on Facebook. Get the fuck off of there and get your ass over to YouTube. I want the podcast to be good. I'm listening to podcasts about podcasting. If that don't fucking melt your brain, nothing will. And so I tracked down, my daughter sent me a link to these two amazing guys. There's a British guy and a Scottish guy. It's a crash course in podcasting. They really know their shit. And then the one guy said, Because you got to worry about all this shit, intro music and all this and that shit. And then one guy says, here's the thing about intro music. You have to pay for it, and that's not the problem. The problem is when you pay for podcast intro music, it sounds beautiful. It sounds like a symphony at the Royal Albert Hall. And then if you're doing a podcast like in the loo or in the water closet like that Amish guy, then the difference in the audio quality, they're going to say, what happened? We got kicked out of the theater, and now we're doing sent to the bathroom, and it's not even bathroom break yet. So, fuck it. I'm not going to have any of the bells and whistles. I've been trying to listen to. The other thing they said was, you need a plan. You can't just go and babble. That's where I'm fucked. I'm a babbler, okay, right there. And the other thing is that crushes the dreams of a bunch of my friends is, I was told by the Scottish guy, you also don't want to have guests because here's the thing. You have no control over a guest, right? They'll go off topic and they'll go off subject and then you gotta fucking reel them in. You don't want some asshole that's just like, blah, 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 blah. That's actually who I am. So me interviewing another me would be a real fucking train wreck. So I've been trying to listen to podcasts of people that I love to get a feel for it. I am a big fan of Bill Burr. I love Bill Burr. He's one of my favorite newer generation comedians. And so his podcast has been going on for a long time. He didn't just start with the pandemic. And that's the prototype for how I want to do my show. He just fucking starts. There's no music. He says, hey everyone, it's Bill Burr here. And he says the date. And he just fucking goes nuts over the cuckoo's nest. And then it just fucking ends that way. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to fucking rock that shit. He goes about an hour and a half. I'm doing like 20-minute podcasts. That's what the goal is. But so I listen to his podcast like one a month to see how he was going through the pandemic. And the first one I listened to, Bill Burr, who I love, is back in March. He's like, hey everyone, Bill Burr here. We're doing good. We got some problems here to deal with. We'll just all bond together and get through this bullshit. And it's everybody stay safe and things will be fine. And then in the April edition, at the end of April, he was like, okay, it's taking a little longer to get through this shit. And he was still happy and positive as Bill Burr. I got a feeling that we're all going to be back doing everything that we normally do, like in May. So everybody be safe, wear your masks, and then everything will be fine. And at the end of May, you could hear the passion starting to leave his voice a little bit. It's Bill Burr. It's May. We didn't think this thing would be going on too long. And then by June, he really started to go down the fucking shitter, down the rabbit hole. It's June now, 2020. It's Bill Burr, and this is taking longer than it should because people aren't wearing their fucking masks. Everybody's quarantining, and then some assholes run around without a fucking mask on it. And then by 4th of July, he was like, holy fuck, it's 4th of July. How did this happen? It's Bill Burr, and it's 4th of July. And all the passion and the enthusiasm fucking went out of him. And then by the August episode that I heard, he started a show like this instead of going, hey, it's Bill Burr, and then at the end of the day, he's there. It's, hey everyone, it's William. What's my name? William? No, Bill. I'm Bill Burr, that's who I am. I don't fucking know what it is. It's August. I can't think up any more shit. I just don't have a fucking clue. When I remember when it was middle school, we had to put book covers on our books, or we'd get detention. That was a bunch of bullshit, and the pretty girls all seemed to know how to put their book covers on perfectly, and guys put them on like assholes, and then we get in trouble. And he goes, holy fuck, I'm out of shit. I'm just talking about putting on fucking book covers in fucking 7th grade. So that's kind of made me happy that somebody else is going fucking batshit crazy too. But that's not my bit. That's Bill Burr's bit. But his podcast is how I'm going to try to rock that shit. I'm trying not to have a nervous breakdown uh, in a short amount of episodes as it took him. I don't fucking know. So uh, that shit's going on there. I'm very excited. I'm going to show you off some. There's going to be new shirts, and I fucking drew them, and I don't know how to draw. These shirts are available right now. So my friend Clee, and Clee's sister would be in the house maybe. She's watching the replay. I don't know. These are available now. Teespring quarantine tour shirts. My buddy Clee drew these. He encouraged me to draw, and I don't know how to fucking draw. So check this shit out. I drew the next shirt. It's not ready yet, but it's coming. Then it's basically this. Let's see if you can see it. There it is. People on Facebook are mad because I can tell you the lighting looks better over there on the YouTube one. Let's see. So you can't see it that good. But there it is. It's 2020. Fuck you in a bucket of goo. There's Sparky on my shoulder. I'm chucking a bird with a bird on there. These will be coming soon. I drew these. I'm fucking proud of these. See, here's the thing. I never could draw. And that's still proof that I never could draw. But my friend Clee, years ago, he pushed me to draw and cartoon and shit. And I'm like, I can't draw. And he'd mock me and see, what's the matter? Did your hand, something wrong with your hand that you can't pick up a pen? And then he'd pick up a pen and he'd put it in my hand and then he'd make me fucking draw. He said, apparently you were lying, you can draw. And then so he fucking made me draw. And then I struggle with proportions when you're trying to draw a head, and then I didn't know where to put the eyes and shit, and he helped me with a lot of that stuff, and then I draw like a cartoon head, and then the eyes would be, I'd show it to me, he'd be like, so is that where your eyes are? Boop, up in your forehead? No. Then I learned to bring the eyes down a teeny little bit, and my proportions are still kind of fucked up, and I'll tell you why, because I can't match them up. Like the time-space continuum is a little bit fucked up. And Clee actually liked that. He liked that I drew a box here that was perfect, and then somehow the other side of the box was impossible, and it couldn't be. And he encouraged me to not fucking fix that. So things are out of proportion. That's why my cartoons, one hand will be like this, and the other one will look like it's on a fucking monster. And I would also encourage all of you, especially now, fucking draw something. Go ahead and fucking draw me and put it on my Facebook fan page, even though I told you not to be on that fucking page. Draw something. When you say I can't fucking draw, fuck it, man, just do it anyway. Just fucking draw your idea of what a t-shirt should be, and just fucking put it on my page there. Fucking draw that shit up. That's what we do, man. I said I couldn't draw, and Clee made me draw. So here you go. Bump, checking my notes. I don't know, that's my thing. Bump. It's fucking accidental, but it gets me to sneakily look at my notes, and you don't know I'm looking at my notes because you're entertained with my humorous little limerick there. Bump. All right, let's move right along. I already did that already. Let's see here. Bump. I'm gonna duck down. You probably can't see me now. I don't really give a shit. Let's see. Oh, popping up here. Once again, this is a political humor-free zone, and it actually started to make me a little bit sad because I used to have some really awesome political things that's completely off limits now, and I started missing the days when, like, a vice president would misspell potato, and we can make a dick out of him and go fucking batshit crazy. So I kind of miss that we can't really do political humor. It's very dangerous, and then it's actually a little scary if you let yourself out into the world. I'm riding around and I thought, man, these people with their political yard signs are really fucking living life on the edge. I mean, fuck me in a bucket of goo. They're putting fucking targets on their houses, for fuck's sake, because this country is still split, and if you put yard sign out there, you are announcing what side of the fucking Civil War you're on. These fucking maniacs. I'm actually going around and taking down all the political signs from both camps because I'm trying to protect people. But actually, I want to cartoon over them and use them for showing a mass for New Year's Eve. But now that I said that, I probably won't be able to get away with it. Uh, so that's some weird shit going on there. I think I forgot something that was related to all this shit early on in, but at this point, what the fuck does it even matter? Water break. If you see me drink, then you're gonna want to drink. My my stream, I should be closer before. I really tried to fucking melt my brain and set these two fucking cameras up here tonight. So if something's wrong with it, sorry about that. Moving on over there, you can't spell fucking potato. Yard signs. Oh, see, here's the problem because the internet, we don't have any secrets anymore. Everybody fucking knows everything about everybody, and therein lies the problem. Pre-internet, people had secrets. I mean, you didn't know if people were fucking who they were voting for. You didn't know who they were dating. You didn't even know if they were married or single. Because now when people get divorced and shit, they just fucking tweet it. That's it. I'm fucking free. Check this shit out. Pre-internet, and this goes back a long way. Some of you peckerheads, I mean that on nice, so remember this. When people got divorced, they actually took out an ad in the local newspaper in the classified section to announce their divorce. I, Nutsy Fagan, am no longer responsible for any debts, public or private, for Mrs. Moats. And that would be fucking in there. And I guess somehow, if Mrs. Moats didn't know, it'd be her fault because she didn't read the fucking paper. Now it's just people fucking tweet the hell out of shit and they fucking share it across different timelines and all that. It's just a fucking crazy thing that we're going through here. Now, random subject change is, I'm thinking back to when my career started in 1991. I miss driving. I actually like driving fucking road trips and shit. I do miss driving to shows. I started in 91. I had a 1981 Dodge Omni. It was the same Dodge. They kept changing the fucking name of it. 024. It was already too old to be a comedian's car. All right, and that's the problem there. And it had it was beaten. And I don't know if you know a comedian friend of mine, Jim Mandrino's, speaking of divorce in the classified paper, his first wife was on a show with me, and I was in charge of driving us like 5 miles to the next show. And she made it, I was new at comedy, but she made a dick out of my car. She's like, okay, so if you're going to be a stand-up comedian, because I just started, you're going to need a better car. You're going to need a car that can go fucking 300 miles in the same day and get you back home. Truer words were never said. And then she looked around and she said, you got a lot of fast food wrappers and garbage on the floor. That's a good sign. That's what comedians do. They just live on the road and eat fast food and throw it on the fucking ground. I said, yes, but also it's functional. So don't pick up that French fry cup there because it's actually blocking a hole. Then if you remove that French fry cup, when we go over a puddle, you're going to get a fucking snootful. So just leave a fucking French fry cup in the thing there. But see, the Dodge Omni, and people remember this, you had metal car door handles on the outside, and they were very sensitive. And they just fucking break. You'd be in a hurry, and you'd be mad, and you pull that fucking handle off, and you'd be so mad, you'd be standing there holding the fucking door handle. Motherfucker! And then you'd have to go, and you'd let it for a while, because you'd have to go in on the other fucking side. And it would just be a matter of time until you'd snap that fucking handle off too. And that's when you would go not to the AutoZone, but to the fucking junkyard and go look for Dodge with the same handles on it. They had, luckily they had 15 different models over 10 years that used that same fucking cheap handle. And for $3, you could take that handle off and then put them back on your fucking car. But I am mechanically challenged. So I have a tool bag, there's a hammer in it, and a popsicle stick, and it's an old thing of licorice. So mine used to be fucking broke a lot. So when I went up to New York City, and my Dodge Omni, and both handles were fucking broke, but I had a guest set audition at Comic Strip Live, and street parking, and then when I got out of there, And then I had 2 sets I had to do, so I went out of the car, locked it up, and then when I came back, I couldn't open the fucking door, so I had to unlock the back hatch and fucking crawl back into my fucking car. And there was daylight and there was New York City. And in those days, even an Amish guy crawling into the hatch of a car was fucking noticeable. Some shit isn't noticeable. That was fucking noticeable. So that was a lot of fun for me up there. And then in between shows, I was walking around up there. I'm going back to, it's got to be the early 90s. And there was outdoor dining, it was an Italian restaurant, and this fuckers, uh, Tony Soprano and the gang were there. And I walked past them. And the people think that I couldn't hear what they say, but I could fucking hear everything. And I walked past the Mafia Tony Soprano dinner, and when I was at a safe distance, I heard one of them go, "How about that? Fucking Amish are now up here in New York City yet?" And I turned right. I said, "That's right, bitch, and we're here to stay." Now, the only reason I got away with that was I was standing right next to a football player sized bouncer at a nightclub, one of those nightclubs that people had to line up to get in, and not everybody could get in, who loved me, and him and the other guy just fucking dragged me into this nightclub, and I went in there, and it boom, 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 and the lights and all this shit and dancing there. That was fun. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna go crawl back into my car. Now, as I've said before, my stories don't really have a point or an end to them. But in that Dodge Omni, there was another fucking thing that happened to me. From I've lived here in Emmaus, and there's a comedy club in Lancaster that's moved around from the Italian Villa East across the street to the Lancaster Host, and over this way and over that way. So I drove down there. I can get that down there in about an hour and 15 minutes. And I took this Dodge Omni down there, and my wife didn't come along. And then when we got there was a black cloud of smoke. Just the whole car just looked like a fucking nuclear time bomb. It just this fucking mushroom cloud went up. But if you're a comedian, the show must go on. So I said, fuck me in a bucket of goo. I'll call my wife and say, hey, the car, black cloud. I'm probably not going to make it home tonight, but I have an 8 o'clock show and fucking 10 o'clock show, and I'll deal with this shit. So now it's 10 o'clock, it's almost midnight, and I go, fuck, I got to go out and look and see what happened to this car. So I opened up the hood, which was a struggle for me, and what happened is that I added oil to the car engine before the trip. I checked the oil, and it needed like half quart, and I dumped it in there. And I forgot to put the oil cap back on. So the oil cap was sitting right on the engine block, and all the fucking oil just burnt in a big fucking smoke cloud like this. And then I was actually happy about that, because that meant I could walk across the street to the 7-Eleven and get me 3 fucking quarts of oil, put it back in there, and then put that fucking oil cap back on and drive home. So technically, I didn't have to call AAA. I just fixed that shit myself. Again, I'm seeing bubbles on Facebook. Get the fuck off of there. That stream is going to be gone in a week or two. It's going to be YouTube only. You'll be looking for me, and I won't be fucking there. I warn you fuckers, and I mean that in a nice way. Get your asses off Facebook. It's a better stream over here, too. It's a smoother thing. I can only do so much, and you fuckers, I love you, but you'll be looking for me on Facebook, and I won't be there. And you say, did he stop doing it? No, he didn't fucking stop doing it. He just told us he's over on fucking YouTube. Boom, 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 boom. Moving right along.
I'm reminding you. Water closet, bathroom or loo break.
Boom, the reminder.
I'm reminding you. Water closet, bathroom or loo break.
Water closet, bathroom, or lube break. I am not taking any of those. So I'll tell you again, the commercial for my shirt. Buy these fuckers up when the new one is available. I'll probably keep selling these because I'm a greedy whore. There's mugs. Fantastic. Get yourself a mug on there. There's pillows. There's all kind of fun shit. Send me money if you can. I'll take it. I need it. There's fucking PayPal. There's Venmo. Um, all that fun shit. Uh, Go pee now if you wanna. We put that in because I had to pee a lot from drinking the water. Ever since I put the pee break in, I don't have to fucking pee anymore. So now we're moving right along. Let's just fast forward through the pee break. I'll tell you something else that I figured out here. I figure shit out sometimes. You can learn shit from me. I have no patience for anything. I need everything right now. I'm a fucking me monster. I just, uh, it's, that's how I am. And I have always been jealous of the patience of a cat, indoor or outdoor. Did you ever notice that a cat can sit and stare at one fucking spot for hours, hoping that food will come out? The feral cat out there now, bear cat sits there. It'll sit on a stump and stare for 2 fucking hours. The cat's in the house, you know 'em, they'll sit and stare out the window for 2 fucking hours waiting for the food or the fun. And I've always thought, man, I would love to have that kind of patience in life. And here's what I figured out. 6 months into the pandemic, I can fucking do it. I can sit in my house and stare out the window for month after week, hoping that something fun will happen out there. So I have achieved a state of cat-like patience. I don't know that I'm all that proud of it, but fuck me in a bucket of goo, I can sure as shit do it. And again, here I'm seeing bubbles on Facebook because people are asking questions there that I can't fucking answer. That's the whole point. Once you get over to YouTube, I'll be able to answer the questions that I see on YouTube, but I can't fucking answer them over there on Facebook. That's the whole fucking point of that. So here we go now. A repeat segment that I like to do. What's trending on Twitter? Well, basically, name calling. That's what it is. It's like the scene from Pee Wee Herman and Francis when they're like, I know you are, but what am I? And again, I apologize because I promised I wouldn't talk about politics, but fuck it. There you have it. Going down to my cheater notes here. I've been reading the Wheel of Time books, and then I'm new to the fantasy books. And if you're new like me, here's where all the confusion comes in. They make up a lot of weird fucking names for everyone, for characters, for towns, for person, place, things, magical powers, and I get them all fucking mixed up because they have other names of that sound pretty damn fucking close. That might not be a person, it might be a fucking town, and I can't sort all that fucking shit out. I'm reading one right now, and the guy's name is just Rock, and then they're mocking him, and they're saying, why is your name Rock? And he says, you could not pronounce my regular name. And what's your name? Nama numa nama nama nima nama numa nama 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 nu. Fuck me. So they just call him Rock. So that's the thing, trying to sort out all my fucking, if you're new to fantasy books, you'll have to sort out a lot of made up shit. Thank goodness, like the Wheel of Time books, they have all this weird shit, like the Aes Sedai are sort of almost kind of witches. There's Trollocs, which are horrible creatures. But then you go and meet somebody named like Mr. Trolec, and then you don't know if he's going to try to kill you or if you have to pay him off or run from him. It's really fucking confusing. But then every so often you run into a character with a simple name like, you know, Tom, Matt, or Rand to help fucking straighten shit out. Again, these stories don't really have a point or an end to them, but fuck me in a bucket of goo. It's really weird too because I beg people to watch on YouTube, and I find myself actually getting angry at fucking bubbles of chat on Facebook. I apologize for that. I don't fucking mean to be this guy, but what do you say, Sparkey? Okay, here's some news. Check this shit out. Today is my 180th, 180 day of being a vegetarian. That's fucking rockstar. I didn't plan it. It just fucking happened, and it's not even really a health conscious thing. Like my wife is vegetarian, daughter's vegetarian, a lot of our friends are vegetarian. It's just that I haven't worked for 6 months and I just can't fucking afford meat. Meat is really fucking expensive and it's also dangerous. Yeah, Sparky had enough too. The meat and the chicken might have fucking scared her a little bit there. I don't fucking know. So 180-day vegetarian with no immediate signs of eating pork chops or Slim Jim anytime soon. No real humor there. I'm just kind of vegetarian bragging. Sparky's wrapping it up for tonight. Good night. I'll see you later. Maybe we'll read and you can come on, book, read, story toe, you call it. Okay, so this, I had such confidence in this episode tonight, and now I feel like I'm not fucking telling you anything fun. I wanted to build a fire tonight after the shows, and my wife and I can sit down and have a little wine, a nice fire. So I tried to chop wood, but the wood is wet. And so I fucking failed. And I'm just kind of hoping that my neighbor, Tom, didn't see me because it was a little embarrassing. I did like 9 fucking chops, and then I only come up with two little pieces of wood like this. That's another thing, too, where guys are assholes, is I have an axe, and there's another thing that's real fucking heavy. It looks badass, but it's really for pussies who can't chop with an axe. And I got one of those, a mallet, a mullet, I don't know where the fuck they are. And I put it somewhere weird and I couldn't find it. And right away, because guys are assholes, I figured somebody fucking stole it. I'm walking around the backyard and what the hell kind of motherless, syphilitic fuck would steal a man's wood chopping thing during these times right now? Son's a fucking bastard. And then I found it, and then I apologized to no one because basically I didn't really accuse no one. So there we go. Cooking with gas. As I said, everybody misses things. I know I can take drives, but I miss the long drive road trips or for fun. That's what I miss. I can drive just about fucking anywhere. I've drove to Niagara Falls. I've drove down to fucking Florida. I'm a driving motherfucker. Quite a few years ago, a complete fun surprise is that, I don't know if you peckers go through this, there's more successful people in the family than I am, and you don't have to go out of your way to qualify there. I had a timeshare, and they couldn't fucking use it, and it was right before Christmas, like 2 weeks before Christmas, when I'm completely fucking broke. We went to Williamsburg. Did I say right? Williamsburg, Busch Gardens. That was very exciting. And our daughter just turned 21, and so she could drink at Busch Gardens. But the problem is, I had no fucking money, so I had to whore myself shamelessly, like over the summer, and book some Christmas house parties for shitty money. And that's a fucking maniac who will hire me to perform for a Christmas party in their fucking house. And if I didn't book these Christmas parties, we couldn't fucking go. So lo and behold, I got to go, got the money on a shoestring there, and then we drove down there. It was a badass trip in the timeshare. But what happens for me is, when I'm away like that, I remain silly. I don't plan on it, but I remain silly, and I create stories that are only for people in my car. And then at the time was my wife and daughter. And don't judge me, because my daughter was 21 and old enough to hear foul language when I told the tale down there riding around his house of Cocksucker Smith. Cocksucker Smith went from town to town trying to be like the name of the town. Old Cocksucker Smith, he just went and he set up shop in a town and he would claim the town. And I made this shit up, and we had to put up with this. We had to put up with me hearing this for like 2-3 fucking days. And old Cocksucker Smith, he'd go out there and he'd take, you know how they say the signs that's welcome to Emmaus or whatever? Okay, Cocksucker Smith went out there and then he changed that sign. See, welcome to Cocksucker Smith Town. And of course, people, the town would have a meeting and say, you can't name our town Cocksucker Smith. And they take the sign down there and they have to get him out of there. And then Cocksucker Smith would just head north or south, west, wherever the fuck he did, and try that again. Now, the very sad part of that story is I didn't fucking record it. And boy, do I wish I had the tales of Cocksucker Smith right now that I could share with all of you. But fuck me in a bucket of goo. Couldn't do it. Um, Again, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I was going to do mask merchandise. And I decided I didn't want to do mask merchandise because I don't want to be whoring off the pandemic more so than I'm already doing. But then I was thinking, if I did do masks, I didn't even need a fucking logo because look at that. That right there, that is an Amish mask right there. So if you bought a black mask, technically, you bought some of my merchandise, and you should send some of that fucking money into PayPal right there. And I'll tell you this too, that out in the world, that's a scary fucking look right there. And I went out today to put gas up the Subaru to go fucking nowhere. I'm really racking up the gas points. Get like $180 off a gallon, but they cut you off there. So when you go to the gas pumps right now, maybe move in here because I'm masked up. You can't hear me. Some people are masked up to gas up, and some aren't. And I get it. I'm a mask wearer. I had to get the extra large one so it goes over my beard here. Check that shit out. I get it. I'm a mask wearer, but the pumps are open, right? There's not people all around, but I still fucking mask up because I'm high risk and I don't want to fucking die like ever. I want to live to be like vampire age. So there's still a little judgment going on. As people sometimes, if you have a mask on and nobody else does, they fucking give you attitude. Like, you know, what's your fucking problem? I don't have no problem with a fucking mask on here like this. So I was the only one with a mask, and I could sense the maskless people giving me some fucking attitude. So I got out of my car, and I gave them attitude right back, and I just fucking glared around at them. And then they didn't see this, but a lantern fly, spotted lantern fly that we're supposed to kill, flew right in front of me and landed right in front of my boot. And while they were judging me and they had to put up with this, I went, "Die, motherfucker!" And I stamped on that fucker. "Die, you motherfucker!" And I stamped on him. And then I went and I pumped my gas. And then when I peeked over, nobody was really staring at me anymore. Fuck me, let me hang this back up. Where the fuck did I hang it? Right there. All right, see here. I am basically out of show. It's Happy Labor Day weekend. Again, please move over to YouTube. I'm begging you. We're going to have a lot of fun there. I'll be able to be in the chat. You can say dumb shit, and I'll be not to fucking everything, but I'll be able to comment on your chats. And again, my wife will be monitoring that chat, and she'll say shit, and she'll sit right there, and we will have us a fucking swell time. Now, the reason that I'm not officially ending my show yet is because there's a timer on Babumpsa, and she starts to do the whatever the sound effect is, and that's how I know my show is over. Now, typically, I'm hammering away here talking, and then Babumpsa interrupts me, and then I gotta say, "Quiet!" And then I continue with the show. But apparently this week I ran out of show before the end of my show, which I thought would happen because I was filled with such confidence at the beginning of my show that I knew something fucking bad was going to happen. So it's quite possible I might just stand here like this until that alarm goes off. Or if I think up something else, or if I could engage in the chat, you fuckers could tell me what to say, and I could say that shit too. Let's see if I can think of one more thing here. I'll give you a teaser because I just wrote it like 30 minutes before my live stream tonight, and it's not really ready yet. But since I'm here, standing here like a dick, not saying anything, is one of the problems with social media is, and everybody's ragging on social media is it is a blender. It has become a blender of mixed fucking everything. See, social media was never meant for us to fight like this. It was meant to be entertainment. And it's all fucking mixed up right now. And it was meant for cat videos and to Facebook your friends and tag and say, oh, look, there's a cat video. Look, isn't that a great painting of Van Gogh? And now it's 9 different subjects on one fucking thread. And then one can be Van Gogh, and one can be a cat, and then one can be a movie review, and then fucking plague and death. Like, we gotta process all this shit in one fucking page. Our brains were never meant to process so many different fucking subjects so differently in such a fucking short amount of time. That's why we're all fucking crazy. When we select our entertainment, we pick and we choose and we say, I don't want a horror movie tonight. I want a comedy film. And then you have that comedy film, and that's what you fucking get. The flyby there meant that my show was actually over. And I'm kind of glad, because that piece of material isn't ready yet. And if I would have performed it too well, that would fuck me up for next week's episode 25. So, what have we learned here? That I didn't plan enough material for tonight's show. The phone or the doorbell's ringing. Draw something. Buy something. Don't forget my fucking punching workout that I taught you last week. Be safe. And just follow me over to fucking YouTube. I can only warn you so many fucking weeks. I love you. Goodbye. I still don't have a good fucking ending for my show. I'm gonna shut this down.